Hello, my beautiful earth angels. Welcome back to another reading. This is going to be a message of what do you need to hear the most right now. So, in general, just a little energy check in. What's going on in your energy, in your life, and all things like that. So, we have three piles to pick from in today's reading. Pile number one with the cactus, pile number two with the eye roll, and pile number three with the donut. So take as much time as you need. You can be drawn to more than one pile. That is completely fine. Just trust your intuition, trust where your intuition takes you and what you feel called to do, which one you feel called to pick. And don't pressure yourself too much. If you feel like you've chosen the wrong pile, you can always go and check out another one. So do not pressure yourself too much to make the right choice. The timestamps will be in the description below so that when you do know the pile you want, you can go straight there and it will take you straight to your reading. My website and Depop pages will also be linked down below as well. So with that all being said, we will head straight into your reading, you guys. I love you all so much. Whenever you're watching this, I hope you're having a beautiful day. Hello, beautiful pile number ones. If you chose this cactus sticker, this is going to be your reading of what do you need to hear the most right now. Okay, so let's get into it. So first of all, we have the card Miracle and we have the card Impasse. So we're going to talk about this Miracle card first. The message that's coming out for this is that you are a miracle worker. You're someone who's so kind, so caring, so loving, so generous. You cheer other people on, you uplift other people's souls, and you bring something really magical into, the place that you are, being the community that you're in, the place that you live, like your surroundings, the family you have around you. You bring magic into that with something that Spirit's wanting me to explain this as if, this is what's being revived in the world. I have actually done this reading as a reading on my Instagram, so if you're coming from there, you may have seen in that post that I was talking about this miracle card and how you are people that create miracles, and this is it. You're reviving the magic. You're creating a pocket of heaven on earth. All of you in this pile are earth angels, and you came here for the purpose to give joy, spread love, and to teach people what miracles really are. Miracles are spontaneous acts of kindness. They're spontaneous acts of generosity and thoughtfulness and compassion. A lot of the time in today's society, miracle and the word miracle has been conditioned to be something that seems very unrealistic or seems very almost like magical in an unrealistic way. And now I don't like the word realistic anyway, but you get what I'm trying to say. And the whole purpose to this is that you're teaching people in this lifetime that actually miracles aren't just some far-fetched thing, they're not unreal. They're actually very realistic, and miracles happen every single day. And actually, we're the ones who create miracles. And this is what you're teaching people in this lifetime, is that we're the ones who create miracles. Your spirit team, I got massive pulsating energy go through me then when I thought this. Your spirit team are cheering you on. Like, you see how this, I don't know if you can see properly, but there's a spirit coming out of this tree branch. I'll tell you the meaning to this card in a minute, but this is your spirit team. They're raising their hands in the air in front of them, and they're clapping you on, they're cheering you on, and they're thinking, yes, we like this one, we love what they're doing, we're so proud of them, we're so happy that they're bringing magic, they're bringing love and these higher magical vibrations down into this earth. You're creating a pocket of heaven on earth, even if that's just small things you do for people, small things you do for friends, small acts of kindness, generosity, or whether they're big acts of kindness and generosity. And actually, I just got a message through that you guys, you love creating miracles, you love doing nice things for people, you love surprising people and sharing with them and being generous. And I'm hearing you give all that you can, meaning that you would love to create massive miracles in people's lives, but maybe you don't have all the resources to do that yet, or all of the money or something like that, But for where you are right now, you do all that you can to spread your magic, even if it's little things. And in the future, you actually are going to be actually creating very big miracles in people's lives as well, okay? So with this with this miracle, sorry, I was going to say as well, what you need to hear the most right now is that, but also that you are attracting a miracle. And Spirit's coming across with this in the way that we attract what energy we give out. We attract what energy we put out into the world. And that's not to say we do nice things for other people to attract nice things at all, because actually we attract what intention we put out, not what actions we put out. So say if someone did something kind for someone with the intention that they wanted something in return, that's not putting out the energy of a miracle. It's a different energy, because you see, we can do the same actions with different intentions, and it's always our intention that manifests, not the action. So they are different things. We can do the same thing as someone else with completely different intentions, completely different reasoning behind it, and what you manifest and attract back into your life is that energy that you put into your intention, not the action itself. So Spirit's saying you're attracting miracles because you've so kind-heartedly and generously and lovingly been giving out praise, been giving out joy, been giving out love, kindness, motivation, enthusiasm, encouragement to those around you, that you're naturally just attracting this back to you. There's a miracle that is coming your way. For some of you, I feel like this miracle is something that you actually, we'll get into that in a minute, but for some of you, this is something that you've been wanting, manifesting and thinking of and reflecting on and dreaming about, fantasizing about. And for some of you, this miracle is to resolve something. It's to resolve a block or a difficult period or a stagnation period, or if any of you feel like it's kind of like there's a wall up, or like someone blocking you, or spirit that's like kind of stood in your way from moving forward with something, then there's a miracle coming for specifically this situation. If that didn't resonate, then it's because this is a splitting off energy. This impasse is all about it's protection, right? But this is going to show up differently in all of our situations. So the story with this one is that there's a traveler going up a mountain, and as he's traveling up the mountain, this spirit comes in their path, and they're like, nope, you can't go any further up this road. And the person's like, a bit annoying, like, well, they have to take the longer way around now, and you know what I mean. But what they didn't realize is this spirit guide appeared here and blocked their path ahead, because there were dangerous things that they were going to walk into that they did not know, that they could not foresee. And so they're questioning. They're like, why do I have to go around, and what is this all about? And I think this is a message that if there's any delays or anything that's moving slower than you would like at the minute, Spirit's saying this is protection. And that a lot of the time we can't be grateful for Spirit's protection because of the fact that they stop things before they happen. And so we don't know what we would have done or what would have happened if we didn't. But know that if there are delays, if things are moving slower, this is protection. And it's because Spirit wants you to be perfectly aligned. They want things to go in a certain way, especially when it comes to this miracle. And so so there might be delays, there might be blocks, and then times where things are flowing more smoothly, because in the grand scheme, from the higher perspective where they can see things from, they understand that they're trying to make this miracle come in the most perfect way for you, that you will appreciate and be able to appreciate the most. Because a lot of the time with miracles and manifestations, it's the small things that really matter, that really play into the timing of things and how things pan out. And so this is when we trust the universe to bring that in perfect alignment for us. So the two tarot cards you got is the Eight of Wands, and you also got the Knight of Cups reversed. So again, this miracle, this manifestation you're attracting is something you've already envisioned. It's something you've already been daydreaming about. You've already been pining for, And some of you, again, you could have been pining for this in a way that you are, you're asking for a miracle. You're asking the universe to help you get these things or help you out in your situation. But some of you have actually been waiting for this miracle in a very dreamy state, almost as if you don't realize that you're manifesting this. Examples coming through for some of you, this is to do with your relationships, this is to do with a person. You could have been fantasizing, daydreaming about a person, looking at their photos, and spirit's like, you guys don't realize that you are manifesting them through doing this. Like, this is visualization, you getting lost in that dream world of this. That's helping you attract this person to you. And if this isn't a person, know that this is something very emotionally connected to you. No matter what your situation is or what you're manifesting, all of you watching this, the thing you're manifesting over has you really almost nostalgic. It's like almost something that you dream about. You could have even dreamed about it, but you definitely daydream about this. You definitely imagine this, and there's times where you imagine this and it's a sweet dreaming, a sweet daydream of like, yes, like you're living in that dream world even though it's not happened yet, and you're getting lost and playing things out and just like really, you know, getting lost in your dream world about things. But sometimes spirit's saying you have the same story that runs over. So when you dream about this thing or desire or fantasize about this thing, no matter what this is, you know, because for some of you this could be progressing in your career and like having a miracle so that, you know, your career progresses if there's something that you're passionate about. Because but in general, if it's not that, it's something that's really deeply connected to your heart space, your emotions, and that type of fulfillment. They're saying that sometimes when you dream about this, you go to the same scenarios or you go to the same reality, almost as if you've been imagining this for a long time and imagining a certain set of how things pan out. And it's not necessarily that's how specifically the only way you could have it, but it's just in an ideal world you love to get lost in this dream reality of this. But sometimes this dream reality is fun to get lost in and you feed into it, and sometimes it's hard to get lost in because on days where you feel lower, this dream reality is more bitter than sweet because you don't have it yet. And maybe, you know, some days this feels like annoying because things are taking longer than you want. You feel like there's some blocks, there's some delays, and I hope you get what I'm saying about this. You're dreaming about something beautiful, and it's an energy that's the same, but you don't have it yet. So you daydream about this, and every time you daydream, it's the same energy, the same picture, the same dream, the same scenarios. But sometimes when you're feeling good, when you're feeling dreamy and hopeful, when you feel hopeful, you dream about this and get excited because you know you're going to have it, because you know it's coming to you. That's literally what manifestation is that you get excited because you desire something and you know it's coming for you. You know it's coming. But when we don't feel hopeful about things, this can actually be just feel like spirit or yourself is replaying a dream that is almost like torture because you tell yourself you're never going to have it or you can't have it or there's blocks in the way or, you know. So I hope I've explained that well for you guys. With this Eight of Wands, we can see that it is coming in, and actually it's coming in very intensely. There is almost like a rising or an awakening or a culmination. Definitely, you guys, there's a culmination for you when it comes to this miracle. And I don't know if you're seeing the synchronicities already, but look at this girl raising up this golden energy from this ball. She's in concentration, she's in flow. It's almost as if she's summoning this, she's awakening this energy. And this is like spirit awakening this energy and bringing it into your reality. This is them arising that and weaving it into your situation. But the synchronicities of this is very much with this miracle card. You see this yellow energy? This is something really beautiful, and it is coming into your material world, and it's something that's very emotional to you, but it's something that will be brought through your material world. So that's why I keep saying this might be, you know, something to do with some of you a business, some of you a person, some of you a hobby or a passion, and all of the, when it comes in, is going to make you feel really confident. There's a big solar plexus awakening, which is like how you identify and who you identify to be. It's also how you're seen and viewed, and how you want to come across to people in this life and in your 3D world. So there's a big level up, and you may find that if you are, that like this is coming in stages, and that if you're going through this integration of energy, this is going to be very intense. The Eight of Wands is always very intense, and so maybe Spirit might even put some delays or blocks in things for you to actually rest, to actually have the time to take this process a bit slower, you know, because manifestations do come in parts. We do the emotional preparation first, so we're the right container, and then you know, we start aligning ourselves with that energy, and then we get that energy and we start integrating it into ourselves, and then our final reality shifts into that on the outside. Also, again, with this card, we're that's kind of giving me maple tree vibes, and maple tree reminds me of this card in another deck, which is all about generosity. So yeah, again, you guys are very generous, you're very loving, and I almost feel like, yeah, there's a very, very strong co-creation here, almost as if spirit is, or your spirit guides, you have some spirit guides around you who are rooting you on for this. If it's like a person, they're like, yes, we love this, we want to help this happen, we want to bring you two together. If this is a long-term dream or goal that you've been trying to manifest to do with your passions, then they're like, yes, we need to help you align yourself with this because we see how much you dream about it. Some of you even have journaled about this, or wrote this down, or done certain types of things to manifest this or bring this into reality or being. Please never feel like it's not happening because it hasn't happened quickly. Some manifestations can take years, some manifestations can take months, and just because things don't happen straight away doesn't mean they're not going to happen. Like, just like we were saying, you know, it's all in stages. It comes in stages, it comes and goes in waves, and I feel like maybe that's like what this is like for you as well. Whatever this is, whatever you dream about, it's like it comes and goes in waves. Some days you can just hold it there in your mind as a very like happy thought, and some days you're so overtaken by this reality, by this dream, by this pining feeling, this yearning for what you're creating. So yeah, but with this cactus here, we do have interesting energies going on. We've got kind of protective energy going on as well. And your Knight of Cups was reversed to begin with. And I feel like there is an interesting energy I can't quite pinpoint, but I feel as if you're in this energy, you're going to know what I'm talking about. But there's something about like protecting energy, protecting yourself. For some of you, this is even that you keep this dream very close to yourself, or very inwardly, or you fantasize about it inwardly, but you don't maybe like to fully let yourself go into the feeling because you're protecting yourself in case you get your hopes up and it doesn't happen. So for some of you, it's like that. There's also a thing about finding balance here as well within perspective, which again links into the fact that Spirit wants you to feel so sure and so reassured in the fact that you are manifesting a miracle. Miracles happen every day. You are no different to any other person who has received a life-changing miracle. Please expect the unexpected. Okay, there's a branching out going on in your life right now. There's an expansion. Remember to protect your energy, get enough sleep, you know, all things like that. Take care of yourself, you guys. But yes, this is what you needed to hear the most right now. This is just a very general short reading, so we're not gonna really go very far into it, even though this has turned out longer than expected. You have one more card before I forget. Oh my goodness. Transform. Rise above any situation and become the best version of you. So for some of you with this cactus, there might be a few difficult people around you or situations around you that are causing a bit of frustration, and this doesn't have to be major, like major eruptions, just little things, you know, little things that are getting to you. And Spirit saying this is for a reason. Somehow it's linked into this type of transformation or this energy you're having. A lot of you, you're actually having a big energy upgrade, and I think that Spirit's really trying to protect you from attracting the wrong types of people, especially. And they're kind of giving you this cactus energy where they're protecting you as you integrate this new energy, because I don't know if you guys know, but when you integrate new energy, your vibration becomes higher, it becomes more attractive, more magnetic. You start attracting more types of people in, new people in, and also you can attract people that are quite wounded as well, especially if you've been really leveling up in your energy, solar plexus wise as well. People are kind of going to be looking at you and be like, wow, I'm in awe, I'm inspired, they're doing something really amazing. You know what I mean? Like, you're inspiring people's solar plexuses. So this is very material as well. But you're all transforming, you're becoming the butterfly. Keep on following your positivity, keep on following the sun, keep on following the light, and remember to rise above any situation to become the best version of you. If there's people testing you, know that you're not their energy. Let that go, because you are vibrating high right now. You are doing amazing right now in your transformation. Okay, so I love you all so much. I'm actually going to do something because I just thought it would be funny. I have some love hearts here, and you guys, love hearts are like the divination of sweets. So I'm going to pull you a love heart to leave off with, just a cute little fun message. I want you. If this is something you've been fantasizing about someone or a person that you've been dreaming of or pining for or wanting to connect with, or like spark a connection with, know that they want you too. Or in general, people want you guys. They want to be you. They want to be friends with you. They want to be like you. They want to be able to do the things that you're able to do. All of the above. So I love you all so much. I will speak to you soon, my angels. Hello, beautiful pile number 2s. If you chose the eye roll sticker, this is going to be your message of what do you need to hear the most right now. Okay, so straight away from the sticker, there's quite a few different energies going on. This could be, some of you are feeling quite a bit bored, a bit in the mundane, or things have been repetitive recently. I also feel like you've been waiting around for something, or waiting around. Some of you have been waiting around to hear from someone or hear something or get some news. Some of you have been waiting for a manifestation or something, and some of you, this is that things have been a bit more tiring, a bit repetitive, a bit mundane, and then out of nowhere, there's gonna be some new realizations. There's gonna be something new make its way in. And again, this is different for all of you. Some of you, this is someone reaching out, speaking to you, saying something. There's divine timing for you, and there's actually a big emphasis on time in general, because I'm seeing like a sand timer, and yeah, I'm seeing a sand timer. So take that if it resonates. This is about balancing. This is about time. This is about thinking about time running out, waiting, anything like that. But we will get more into this as we get into your reading, because this is not the main message that's coming through. The oracle cards that you have are growth, and we also have guilt. Oh my god, whoops, I did not mean to do that. Do you like this, by the way, guys? Soul Sister bought me this, and it's absolutely beautiful. I just love looking at it spin around. Anyway, are you guys easily distracted? So you have growth here. The message that you need to hear is that you have made a tremendous amount of growth recently, you guys. This is a big deal. You've made a lot of growth recently. You should be very proud, especially your mindset. Your mindset is growing. There are, you know, picture yourself as a tree. There are leaves right now on your tree that have reached their natural ending of cycle, meaning they're starting to fade on the tree. They're starting to wither away and become dry. And as they do this, they will eventually fall off. And as they fall, they make way for room for new growth, new leaves. So this is really about natural endings of cycles, and what's coming through for you guys is especially a natural ending of cycles and you making growth when it comes to responsibilities, when it comes to feeling like you need to do things for other people is what I'm getting. Because you know, it's always amazing to do things for other people, but maybe you felt more tied to saying yes in the past, more tied to helping people because you're empathic, because if not, you feel guilty. This could be family or friendships, you know, when you pick up an energy of theirs and you're like, oh, I'll do it, I'll help you, I'll sort this out. But now you've made this internal growth to kind of stand more in your power, stand more in your energy, and start focusing more on yourself, and filling your own cup, doing things that you need to do and focus on, and not extending your energy so far to others. And I'm not saying this in a horrible way. This is a lot of growth, because yes, it's good to help people, it's good to be there for people, especially those that we care for and we love. But you guys, you could have been overgivers. You know, you're so empathic, you're so caring and kind that you take on, or you could have been taking on, other people's issues, or in the past you've taken on other people's problems, or responsibilities as your own, because you are so deeply connected to others and their feelings. Maybe there was a specific person, like a family member or a loved one or a friend, where you really felt chained to, you really felt tied to. Some of you, this could be a mother, or this could be that you are a mother and this energy that had you tied was, you know, your children, being really supportive and there for your children, which is, I'm not saying you can't be, but I'm saying that what's happened is recently is that you're more in your own frame. You're more inclined to, yes, help people, but also stand in your power to say no when you don't have the time, when you don't have the energy, when you don't want to go out and meet your friends. You know, maybe in the past you'd say yes, now you're saying no, I need to do what's best for me. You're focusing on growing your own solid structure, your roots. And when you grow the roots of your life so strong, of your internal self, it makes your outer structure more stable. A tree can only grow as tall as its roots reach down, is the vibe I'm getting. That was a channeled message from Spirit. So as above, so below. You guys are internally growing, and this is creating expansion on the outside of yourself. And you know, something that's really beautiful that some of you are going to really like to hear is that, you know, there's different kinds of people, isn't there? There's people who really extend themselves, really empathic and really generous and just really helpful. Like my dad, he literally will go out of his way to just do even the tiniest things. He's always helping people. And, you know, I say to him, you know, you can say no, like don't do things if you're tired, if you need to take a break, if you need rest, then just do that. But he gets enjoyment out of it. He loves it. Even if he is tired, even if it's draining him, he does enjoy it, you know. And maybe sometimes he might have something to moan about because he's not respecting his boundaries. But what I'm getting to, and the point I'm getting to, is that you guys will be happy to hear that because you're growing your roots stronger, your internal structure stronger, you're going to be able to actually carry on helping people, doing this and being generous and kind and just helping everyone that you want to, because that makes you happy. But you're going to be getting less drain from this. Okay, there's something that's going to be less draining for you, whether that's your day-to-day is going to be less draining, less tiring, you're going to have more energy. It's like things are going to be feeling stronger, strengthened, and more positive, more vibrant, less mundane is the vibe I'm getting. But yeah, so because you've done all this internal work, expect blossoming on your external world as well, you guys. So we're going to move these up a bit here. Again, with this growth card, separate message coming through about friendships being involved. This also for you guys is that you're looking around now. You've made internal growth And there's some things you're deciding, do I like this anymore? Do I want to keep this around? You know, what are the leaves that you're going to let fall away? Some things might not be resonating with you anymore. Some people, just things that you had in your life, or ways of acting, ways that you show up in your life. Some of these ways that you show up for people, you've outgrown, okay? Or some of the people or the dynamics you have in relationships, this is what it is. The dynamics you have with people in relationships, you've outgrown. You've grown into a new version of yourself. So the cards that we have is the Five of Pentacles and the Ace of Pentacles reversed. This could be that you guys, you're having a change of direction. You may be thinking or wondering, where do I go next? And you will find out because of this growth that's happening. Again, you might be feeling like you want to change directions in some way, or you're wondering, where is it that I'm heading to next? You may be thinking that, what is it that I'm heading towards? What am I working towards? Which direction do I go in next to make growth? Which direction do I go in next that's going to resonate with this new version of myself? And you're really wondering and thinking, and then Spirit's like, hold on a minute. We're bringing in an opportunity for you that's already aligned with your higher self, that's already aligned with the version that you've grown into. And this is, you know, things happen for each other. You did this growth for a new beginning, for a new opportunity that Spirit wanted to bring to you, but it wasn't quite the time before. It wasn't quite the time before, but now it is. Because of this growth that you've made, they're ready to give you something. They're giving you a new direction to work towards. If any of you feel like there's a lot of potential, or there's a lot of directions you could go in and you're not really sure which one's the right way, it's going to become very apparent because they're putting something in your path. Okay, it's almost as if, because you see here with these, her spirit guides, they're literally pointing to her this way, but she can't tell. And then it's almost as if you guys have maybe already known what this is, but you've doubted it, or maybe thought, is it the best way though? And then Spirit's like, yeah, it definitely is, and we're bringing you something else to confirm that it is. So you definitely are having a material opportunity come in for you. I almost see this as, yeah, an opportunity that you'll recognize as an opportunity within your mind. Like, this might come in the form of an idea, but it's something that's going to be, you know, you're going to be able to do this in your physical world. This is a physical thing that you'll be doing. You know, it's not like, oh, I sense this opportunity for this, and it's something very internal. This is something that you can take direction on, that you can feel motivated to work towards. This could also be linked into your passion, your dreams, your desires. If any of you have had some dreams and you've had to put them on the back burner, or hobbies that you love that you've, you know, you got lost from for a bit, or took some time out, or you had other commitments or responsibilities that you had to do, this is kind of shifting. And it's like this growth and this new opportunity are like puzzle pieces. It's so perfectly aligned because it slots in perfectly, you know. I can't even explain that to the extent of how perfect that this is going to slot in for you, because some of you didn't have the time. I'm going to give you a pure example. If you're always like feeling like, okay, I have a certain connection that I need to help, they can't, you know, do things for themselves, I need to be there for them, I'm going to take on all their problems because, you know, that's just what I feel was the right thing to do, as a good person would do. And then like you're making internal growth, the situation transforms, and it suddenly appears that you don't need to be there for this person as much anymore. They don't need you as much anymore. And actually, when this happens, you're also in the midst of this growth and finding out you want to put more energy onto yourself, finding out what you love, what your passions are. And so it kind of aligns perfectly, because then now you can focus more on yourself. But then, wait a minute, now that you're focusing more on yourself, you're like, but what direction do I even want to go in? What do I even want to do? And then this is when this new opportunity comes in, this new idea that you'll take action on, that Spirit is bringing to you. And I think at first it might not be obvious to you guys. It might be something you're a bit like, oh, I'm not sure about that, but know that this is a really good idea. Yeah, so clarifying this guilt, we have the Magician and the Two of Swords. There's a lot of blue energy here, a lot of cooling energy, like cooling off. Some of you guys could be quite tired recently as well, and know that your energy is being soothed. There's like a soothing that's coming in for you. And there's also a message in these two cards linked in with the guilt card of being like, hold on a minute, I actually see my power. I actually am discovering things about myself that I love. I'm enjoying this curiosity towards myself. That's what you guys are going to have, curiosity towards yourself, to discover, to try new things, to take different paths and explore new avenues. And you're really discovering your own inner magic. I feel as if some of you, this opportunity is coming from a gift of yours. This opportunity is you finding, like, say, a creativity or a passion or a skill, especially a skill that you guys had that you didn't realize that you can actually make money off in the future. It's something that's going to be very tangible and practical, that will merge into your material realm. And you know what, you're not going to feel as tied down to responsibilities, to commitments, to things that you don't want to do but you feel like you have to do. You know what I mean? These daily things, like you can see she's doing the ironing here and she's like chained up and she's like, no, I don't want to do this, but I have to do this. Well, what's coming in is you starting to do things that you want to do. And I think that actually, and this isn't like, obviously things aren't going to just disappear, her chores aren't going to disappear, but it's going to feel different because it's not going to be the only thing that she has to do. And so Spirit's saying, do not underestimate the power of balance, because if we're like this all the time, that's unbalanced, and yes, we become unhappy. We can start to feel like this martyr, like we're doing all of these things, where some of you could feel underappreciated sometimes, or in connections or friendships, maybe because you're so giving, you felt underappreciated. Maybe all of that energy didn't get reciprocated, or that some of the people you were generous and kind and helpful towards, maybe they weren't the most deserving of your energy because they couldn't recognize or appreciate you for what you'd actually done. You guys, yeah, you're really having an inner power surge, an awakening to something of some kind. You're manifesting something. So yeah, this is an eternal opportunity, and this is also you being like, wait a minute, I have an idea, I don't need to do this, I'm going to make this decision to empower myself. You guys, you're coming into a phase where your decisions are aligned with your self-empowerment. You're not making decisions from the thought space of other people. You're making decisions from the thought space of yourself, which is really beautiful. And again, with the balance, that's what I was saying. If she's doing this all the time, it's going to be unhappy. And I'm not saying that all of this is going to disappear and all these beautiful things are coming in and that's it. It's that there will still be responsibilities to do, but it's going to be more balanced out by fun. It's going to be more balanced out by passion. And so then these just seem minor now because it's not the only thing that is weighing over us. You'll have other things that you are so enthralled in thinking about and planning and doing and making, that even when you're doing these other chores and things like that, you're thinking about this other thing that Spirit's bringing to you. You're thinking about this skill or this project that you're starting or anything like that, this opportunity, while you're doing other things. And see, so it lights up your life because it becomes sparked up, it becomes passionate. This is what your life's becoming. If there was anything your whole reading, this is what it's becoming. It's becoming more magical. You're manifesting more. You're tapping into your manifesting abilities, and your inner power, your inner confidence. And I think you guys are really going to be in awe. I don't think, some of you haven't been able to see yourself for the magician that you are. You are a magician. And it's like some of you are waking up and realizing like, oh my God, I'm no different to these other people. For some of you, if this is to do with spirituality or psychic ability, I don't really like the term psychic actually, but if this is to do with your spiritual gifts, then I feel as if you've always looked at other people, or if this is to do with creativity, You've always looked at other people and been like, oh my god, I'd love to have something like that. I'd love to be skilled in something. I'd love to be that intuitive. And you're going to actually get that, and you're going to start doing it. And it's almost as if you can't believe it, that you're the same as these people, that you could get there, you could do these things. And that before, maybe you'd always undervalued yourself. But now, no, you're not undervaluing yourself. And this is the thing as well. Some of you didn't see your true worth, and so you were helping so many others and giving out all of your energy to good people, and some didn't deserve it. And now that you see your own power, you're saying, no, I see my own worth. I'm not really going to do that anymore. You know what I mean? I'm still going to be the generous, kind, giving person, and nothing about that's going to change, but it's going to change who I decide to share this energy with, because not everyone, I've learned, is deserving of this. So your last card for you is move. A rolling stone gathers no moss. There is movement coming to your situation. Something about things piling up as well. Take that if it resonates. Maybe you feel like you've got chores that are piling up, you've got work or little errands or to-dos, or you know, yeah, projects, or just things you need to get done. Maybe you feel like some of them are piling up right now, and maybe that's why we've got the eye roll. It's like, oh, just my situation right now, it's not good, it's not bad, it's just I have these things to do, and just I'm not getting fulfillment out of loads of things. So it just feels it feels frustrating, because it feels sometimes as if it's kind of stagnant, or there's no movement. And wow, there's movement coming. You're gonna be like, wow, oh my goodness. A rolling stone gathers no moss, and so it has more momentum. You guys are gaining momentum as well. You're gaining motivation. Yeah. So move around today, guys. If you're feeling more tired, then stretch your body, stretch yourself, give a nice breathe in, do some stretches, and yeah. So I love you so much. This has been your reading. This is your message of what you need to hear the most right now, and I'll speak to you all soon, my angels. Hello, beautiful pile number 3s. If you chose this donut sticker, this is going to be your message of what you need to hear the most right now. Oh my god, I'm just going to start off with the fact, I was going to say there might be a little message in pile 1 for you as well, because there's cactuses, but then I realized that there's literally cactuses on every sticker. Pile number 1 was just 1 cactus, and it fits so well because it was about new beginnings. Pile 2 has 2 cactuses, it was about balance, and yours has 3 cactuses. And do you know what 3 is? 3 to me is creativity. Not only that, but yours is the most colorful card out of the piles, and I think that you guys really do have a strong energy of creativity, you know, and the beautiful colors are merging together. Oh my god, sorry, I feel like you guys are releasing a lot of energy right now. Oh my god, there's a lot of gas coming up in me. You guys are releasing energy right now. Also, we're gonna have to just say this, because I have to say the messages that come through, but there could be something about like a sexual energy. To me, this is so random how messages come through. It looks like these clouds are like doing it. You guys, there's a release here. Whether that's sexual release or just in general, you're releasing things that do not serve you anymore. There is a new way that you're going to be seeing things. You're going through an energy portal, is what it seems like with this donut, because I made a design actually once and it said portal to the donut dimension. But in the way that this is like a gate, and this hole in the middle is what you're passing through, is it into a new phase, into a new era, a new dimension. You're going into a new dimension, which to me says your energy is going to be transforming, because if we're going into a new dimension, then we need to be a vibrational match to that dimension. You guys are stepping through a portal. So yeah, with that all being said, we're gonna get your cards. This is really interesting, you guys. I did this as a reading on my Instagram first as well. But this message that came through for you is very interesting. Very interesting. So the first card that you got is Quest. right? And then second card you got, and actually how I saw this was weird. How I saw this was that this lady, if you guys have ever seen a program called The Travelers, it's really weird because it's almost as if this lady is like in her normal role, in her role of life, and then when you walk up to her, she flicks out and she's like, look, you have a spiritual quest, spirit wants you to do this, blah blah blah, and then she'll flick back into her role. I feel like you guys are like this woman. It's like you're living your life. From the outside you just look, yeah, like a normal person going about your life, but on the inside you're very connected to spirit, to source, and maybe that's why you guys are so creative as well. You guys, yeah, run like a river. You guys are like a river. You're flowing, you are trusting, you're a co-creator. But what we have here as well, if you look, is these two portals, these two choices, these two portals, and she's almost as if like, which one are you going to choose? Which one would you like? Which path are you going to follow? All of your path has led you to here, but now where are we going to go? And also the other card you got is abundance, and this is crazy. Look at the picture, guys. Two options. There's two ways of going about something, two ways of acting, two ways to be about something. And this specific pile opened up my mind of seeing something in a new way, and I love it when readings do this for me, because yeah, you guys are watching this and getting advice about your situation, but also like you guys help me see things in a new point of view as well, and that's why I love doing these readings. I also think that you're someone who does this for other people anyway. You help people to see things in a new light. So main message coming through is this energy of choice. It's an energy of right or wrong is the main message, and spirit wants you to know that within life we do get decisions, we get choices, we get options on how to act, and we say, do I do this, do I do this, do I act this way, do I act this way? And the main reason why we question ourselves of which one to do is because that we want to make the right choice, we want to act the right way, and spirit's wanting us to focus on these words of right or wrong. All of this time we could have been seeing things as there's one right path and one wrong path, there's a right action to take and a wrong action, but spirit's saying all actions are actions, all paths are paths. There's no such thing as right or wrong, there's only such thing as difference, because in this path there's bad things and there's good things, and in this path there's bad things and good things, but the good things in this path are different to the good things in this path, and the bad things in this path are different to the bad things in this path. And what they're saying is that there is no such thing as right or wrong, because even though some things were first met as this is right or this is good, this is bad, when we look deeper to the higher perspectives, to the energy that spirals out from these things, we come to see that everything is actually balanced. That yes, maybe something seemed bad on the surface, but when we look deeper, there are good things. But because these good things, and it's this joining of good and bad in one thing that creates neutrality. And once you get neutrality and you realize that both are actually neutral with good and bad, but different types of good and bad, then we come to the question of, well, really, it's not about making the right or wrong choice. It's about making the choice that aligns with you as a soul and you as a person. They're also saying that you've flowed. You've made choices and gone through your life, and it's brought you to where you are right now. Were those the right or wrong choices? You know, is the thing, are those the right or wrong choices? No. Well, how would you know? Because they all led you here. And it's actually that no choice is right or wrong, that if something's fated, we get led down to the same path no matter what choice we make. If you chose this path and this path, maybe they lead to the same place, but the journeys look completely different, because this one has completely different blessings into this one, and this one has completely different struggles into this one, but they both have a balance. So it's like, well, what's right or wrong? Nobody knows, because there is no such thing as right and wrong. And a lot of people will say, well, this is right, this is wrong, but that's subjective, because out of the wholeness of perspective, everything is neutral. Everything is everything, as a singularity, but everything's nothing at the same time when we join their counterparts together. So your main message for this reading was to know that if you're worried about making a right or wrong decision, or if you're contemplating on how to act in a situation, what's the right way of acting, what's the right way of being, because this card is all about money, in the sense that this girl goes out of her way to save up every single penny, to save up for what she wants to get. And this person, I can't remember the full story, but it's like he drops some money down a drain, and then it's like, you know, he never tried to get it back, he didn't really care. And it's like, is there really a right or wrong way to be, in the sense of this is bringing up money? Do I be responsible and save all of my money, or do I become more free because I know that I should live life freely and not be so restricted? Well, this is purely an example, but neither are right or wrong. You can be responsible with your money and save up all you want, and buy those things, or you could spend your money on things that you love, like obviously not frivolously, but just spend your money when you feel like it, and then all of a sudden, you know, you come into a windfall of money and it's the same amount that this girl got and saved up for. So it's like neither path are right or wrong, or they're just different. So don't worry about being a person that makes the right choices or does the right thing. Everything is just a thing, and it's from these choices that we make that we learn lessons from. Okay, so the first two cards we've got going on is the Knight of Swords reversed, and we've also got the Fool reversed. So wow, with the Fool reversed, this is you coming into a whole brand new awoken perspective of how you see things. This could even be to do with this energy of like good and bad and choice, that you're coming into an awakening on the inwardly, because the Fool is all about new beginnings. It's about fresh perspectives, new energy, exploring new things, seeing the world in a new way. But this isn't coming from the outside, this is coming from the inside. I feel like you guys, look, you could be a bit tired recently, you could be working really hard, you could be staying up. I feel like you could be really trying to figure something out, or like the right thing. Look, she's writing something down and she's scribbling it out and crumpling it up. She's trying again and then trying again. So you guys have been figuring something out. See, even your spirit guides are sat there with you, invested in what you're doing. They're like, right, how are we going to figure this out? What are we going to do? And then they're like bringing bits back that you've already thought about or already tried, and they're like, maybe try this again. They're like, hold on, let me see this that you've got here. So there's something being worked out. I keep getting drawn to this vanilla as well, which I've never realized was in this picture. Vanilla to me resembles love. Yeah, vanilla to me resembles love. So this way of seeing that you're coming into a new perspective could be something revolving, you know, merging in that love with this logical thinking. Because to me, like, seeing things as right or wrong is very logical thinking, and then it's almost as if you're merging love in to see it from this perspective of there is no such thing as right or wrong. I'm always doing the right thing and making the right choices, because there's no such thing as the right or wrong choice. I feel like I don't know, let me comment down below what you think, because maybe there's some people in here that really, you know, think there is right or wrong choices. It's all just subjective, really. So let me know what you think, guys. You guys, you've been dreaming, imagining, planning. Look, you guys are planning something. You guys are planning something. It's almost as if you're preparing or planning or working something out or getting something together or figured out or straightened up or something. There's a lot of different options though, and maybe this is why it's been hard. Like, you've been thinking a lot. So yeah, so with this abundance as well, let's not ignore the fact that we've got an abundance card come out. Let's claim that energy right now that you're attracting, okay? This could even be you want to save up to move house. You want to save up to buy a new house. You really want to save up for something. Know that you will get there. You will do it. That's what you're aligning with, that's what you're working towards. And not only that, but there's a message for some of you that you can do this on your terms too. You can have abundance on within something that you enjoy. So you see this woman kind of daydreaming about all the different career options she could do. Do I want to be a singer or a teacher? Do I want to be a doctor, a nurse, a therapist? Like, what do I want to be? There's a message coming through for you that you guys, whether this is you opening up this now or in the future, you will get abundance through something that you dream of doing, that you want to do as well. But maybe it's something that's not been an idea for you yet. This is so actually funny. I just looked at the time, it was 13:14 as well. I was going to say, this is reminding me of a conversation I had with my soul tribe the other day. And, and why I'm saying this is funny is because I know that this is their pile. Hello, if you're on here watching, I love you so much. But this reminded me of a conversation I had the other day with someone that was like, you know, there's skills and there's creativity, and like even creative areas that we will be exploring in the future that we don't know about now. So this woman's here and she's very invested in the work she's doing. She's on a certain path and she's daydreaming about all these certain things, and then she doesn't even realize that in 10 years time she's actually going to be a teacher, she's actually going to be a singer, and she'd never even seen that for herself. And not only had she never even seen that for herself, she never even imagined or begin to imagine that this is what she could be getting abundance from. So there's something you'll be getting abundance from in the future, a stable income. You won't have to worry about money in this way, and it will be on your terms through something you enjoy doing. It may even involve you learning something new. Hey, look, some of you, this could be cooking or something, but that's just a very, that's just one little example. Do you know what I mean? This isn't everything, but I see you reading a lot recently, or most of the cards that you've got, they've either been reading, writing, or thinking. So it's like you're trying to work something out. There's something in the works right now, either for spirit for you, or they're getting you in this energy of dreaming and imagining because they're wanting to start preparing a new manifestation for your abundance in one of your chosen areas or an area you love. But now they're like, right, let's get exploring, let's try some new things, let's see how our person's energy reacts to cooking and see, you know, or let's get this person to get curious about art and get them more into art. And we're going to see what their vibration does. We're going to see what their energy acts like, because, you know, if we feel like it's good, that's what we're going to start aligning them with to become abundant in. Oh, this is a massive co-creation, you guys. This is insane. Yeah, so it's like if you've been trying new things recently, you're guided to do this and to be curious and explore your curiosities, purely for the fact that Spirit's kind of like taking notes on what you're enjoying and what you want to do, that you're passionate about, because that's what they're going to try help you align yourself with next, especially in a tangible material way. This could also be that you're more busy recently. You know, you could be multitasking a lot. You know, you have to do stuff, you have to make dinner, but you're also wanting to read this, or, you know, learn something new. And maybe some of you are even feeling like you're lacking time to do everything you want to do right now, but that's okay, don't worry. That's okay. This is a very curious energy you're in right now. I feel like things will, okay, so this is either things will calm down and become more balanced for you to be more curious and explore more things, or if it's not, Spirit's saying they're kind of working this in a way for you that even if you wanted to do something you're interested in, there's something you can do whilst doing something else. That's a very specific message for a few of you, but yeah. So those are your cards, and then we have, actually I've pulled you a card as I did for every pile, and you got 2 fly out. So Spirit wanted to give you an extra message. Oh my god, yeah. Rest, slow down, you don't have to solve everything today. Yeah, I feel like you guys are trying to solve something. You're trying to either solve something, fix something, work something out, or figure something out mentally, or just get answers about something. Spirit's saying make sure you're resting because you guys have been really busy. They're saying you've been working really hard. You've been putting a lot of effort into whatever this is, or energy or mental energy into something. You could even be feeling mentally drained, you know, when you're tired, but it's like because you're mentally tired. And then you've got grow. All flowers must grow through dirt. Yeah. Oh, this is a deep one, you guys. So it's bringing that quote. It's quite a well-known one. I don't know if you've heard it, but it's like, when things go dark, we haven't been abandoned, we've been planted. When things go dark, we haven't been stepped on, we've been planted. You know, and you're this seed, and you are a seed and coming up as a seed because you have a lot of potential to expand in many different areas. You guys, within your soul, you're multi-talented, faceted, in an intellectual and creative way. So if you wanted to learn or be something, there's many different areas or things or roles you could learn or be. And if you're creative, there's many different areas you could take your creativity into. That's what they're saying. You are a seed because you have so much potential. And ultimately, it's kind of what I'm getting is like this. You're like a seed from a packet without a label, and Spirit's like, oh my god, we don't know what this is going to turn into, but it's going to turn into anything that they can envision, that they love, and they want to grow. It's like you have so much potential to go in any direction that you want, like you really truly hold the power to do that. I hope you guys know. If you've been struggling right now, then this is Spirit saying that this is emotional, like, strengthening. And yeah, I heard you guys roll your eyes when I said that, like, great, emotional strengthening, for fuck's sake. But all flowers must grow through dirt. The things you're going through right now are going to make you stronger as a person. They're going to make you emotionally stronger, mentally stronger, and you will feel the benefit from this in the future. Everything happens for a reason. Yeah, all flowers must grow through dirt. Make sure you're resting, guys. Right, that was your message, what you need to hear right now. I love you all so, so much, and I will speak to you soon.